Welcome back to the BCH's Bear Network. I'm your host, Gary Omi, for this week's player review with none other than one of our senior captains, Mr. Isaiah Arnold. Isaiah, welcome to the show. Glad to have you here today.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
A little wet outside right now, but congratulations on a big win. And how's it feel to know that you've beaten Walker Valley
Feels
four
great.
straight times and seven straight for the team overall?
Feels great.
Had a good feeling walking off that field Friday night?
Yes, sir.
Let me ask you this too. That's the first time you got to play on their turf, which will be exactly like our turf, the same type of procedure and everything. What do you think about their field?
It was nice. I liked it. So I'm excited to see how our field is whenever it gets done.
You've played on turf a lot in your career here at Bradley. You've been on the team for 4 years, I guess.
Yes, sir.
What's your football background? When did you start playing? How young were you?
I started playing football whenever I was 7 years old, and I've been playing ever since. That's just.
Were you always pretty good size? I mean, what's your size now?
Right now I'm 6 foot 200. I've always been the bigger kid whenever I was in the younger leagues.
Yeah. So that helps when you're on defense. Of course, tell us what positions you play.
I play linebacker and D-line.
Yep.
I switch around. It just varies.
Depending on the offense and what coach sees out there. Coach Damon Floyd, of course, he is the defensive coordinator, and I guess he's the guy who calls the final shots for defense there.
Yes, sir.
I thought our big lineman Friday night in a big game, we won 24-10, by the way, in case you haven't heard the score, had a really good night offensively and defensively for the line. Was there any extra emotion playing Walker Valley versus playing Ooltewah or somebody like that? Because Walker is a big rivalry, and you guys, you know each other. Mm-hmm. You know, you're friends. You know, you probably have things you do together and in off season and so forth. Did that play into it? Was any trash talking out there? Was it emotional on the field out there?
Oh yeah, most definitely. There was a lot of trash talking. It was a good game. We just wanted it more.
Were you one of those making the trash talking?
Nah, I mean a little bit.
Maybe a little bit there.
Yeah.
Well, our defense switched, early on, first drive, they had a pretty good drive. They went down the field and just really took it to us, got a field goal out of that. Mm-hmm. But after that, we started walking you guys up to the line, and the quarterback had a tough time from that point forward. Was that something that Coach Floyd changed during the course of the game when he saw what they were doing?
I mean, no, we already had the game plan. It's just we already knew what was going to happen. We just had to execute it.
Yeah. You're a senior, and you're a captain. Let me ask you this about being a captain. Obviously, there's a lot of respect from the teammates because that's who votes for you there. And
Yes,
Coach Floyd will tell you that the coaches each get one vote. He says they would have voted the same way that the team did this time. It's got to make you feel good, though, to think that they respect you enough and look up to you to be named captain, doesn't it?
Yes, sir.
And as a captain and as a senior, especially upperclassman, Coach Floyd and the staff are looking to you. Hey, you got to show these guys how we do it the Bear way. And there's not pressure on you, but there's also an emphasis to always do the right thing here. And who's your position coach?
My position coach, I got Coach Ford, or whenever I'm on D-line, it's Kobe Dills, Coach Dills.
Kobe Dills or Coach Ford then? Well, you got two pretty good ones there that guys that know what the game is all about. What are your plans for next year? Are you going to try to play some college ball? Or you hope to?
Well, yeah, I'd hope to. I'd look to see if I could play at UTC. It's closer to home, so that's always good.
And down the road, when you become an adult, you're big as an adult right now, no doubt about that. But I always like to ask kids we interview, what do you see yourself doing 15, 20 years from now? After you're through playing football completely and you're raising a family or whatever, what would you like to be doing?
I mean, I could see myself owning a business of some type and just making a living for my family.
Be an entrepreneur and make a little bread on the side and be your own boss that way?
Exactly.
What do you enjoy most about playing football here at practice?
Just the environment, just being able to it's just a brotherhood, We're just all together, just a family.
And what's the toughest thing about playing here? Usually I hear the July practices in the heat.
Yeah, hey, them summer practices, they'll get you.
Well, Friday night, obviously, big game. And Coach would say it's our biggest game of the year because it's our next game. That's all he looks at, the next game. Cleveland High School, crosstown rival, a region game, first region game of the year. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of emotions. Maybe a little trash talking out on the field. I don't know. But are you looking forward to that? Because I'm sure you went to Cleveland Middle School?
Yes, sir.
So you probably know most of those guys on that Cleveland team
sir.
yourself, don't you? And I'm sure they're giving it to you right now, aren't they?
Hearing all about it.
Well, we've beaten them 6 straight times. You've beaten them 3 times. This will be your 4th time. It'd be nice to walk off the field saying, I never lost to the Blue Raiders, wouldn't it?
Yes, sir.
That's what y'all were aiming for, I'm sure. Any final thoughts that you'd like to talk about? How about the support the Bear Nation had with our Friday night? I mean, we had a massive crowd, huge crowd. Walker Valley was extremely well represented. They had a bigger crowd than we did. It's their home game. But I thought our fans really showed up and showed out a little bit.
Yeah, we love the fans. Can't wait to see them this Friday.
And I think I saw after the game was over, after we got the win, you guys went over to the stands.
Yes, sir.
Cheering the fans on like they'd been cheering you on. I thought that's great to see that, because that shows that you guys know what it means for the fans to be there for you.
Exactly.
Well, we're going to wrap it up for this week. It's been a great interview with a senior captain, Isaiah Arnold, here for the Bears. Big defensive end or a lineman, a linebacker, just wherever Coach Floyd needs him to be playing. We're looking forward to seeing if he can get a big win. Again, on the road. Now, we'll be on the road one more week at McMinn next week. Another rivalry game. We owe them a few things, though. They've been beating us here lately. Then we'll finally be home for the 5th game of the year for the Bears as they host Hardin Valley, the Hawks of Hardin Valley. The field is coming along very, very nicely. We've been trying to post tweets every day on Twitter. If you follow me, you can see them for sure, with pictures and videos. And we ask you, please stay away from the field at this point. There's no need to be here. There's a lot of ways to see that. You cannot come on school campus during the day because of security reasons anyway, and you don't need to be over here on the weekend when the men are working, because it's congested, to say the least. Until next time, for Isaiah Arnold, for the Bear Nation, this is Gary Oldman saying, God bless and go Bears.